All right, everybody, we're out in the garage today. It's getting warm. It's like 60 degrees here in Ohio, almost 70 degrees today, and it's March 1st. So March 1st in Ohio being 70 degrees, can't complain. Definitely ready to get out of the water soon. I've already been out once, just kind of made sure everything was working okay. We caught one smallmouth, me and a buddy of mine, and a couple crappie, but besides that, we're gonna talk about my swim jig setup. What I like to do with a swim jig, how I have my setup, reel, rod, line, and then my sizes of swim jigs. So I throw for my rod setup, it's a 7-foot 4-inch Quantum Vapor, and it's a heavy. I know heavy, a lot of people are like, oh, heavy on a swim jig, it sounds a little stiff. The Quantum Vapor is set up where the blank is actually more moderate of an action than most heavies, so it's more like a medium heavy, but it still has a lot of backbone. That's why I go with the heavy on the Quantum Vapor. And I really like this rod for a swim jig. It's great. I throw that on a 7-3-1 or an 8-1. It doesn't matter to me personally, but I throw it on a 7-3-1 or an 8-1 Quantum Smoke X, and I use 30-pound braid, and that's Seagar flash green braid, and you can go 30 or 40 pound. I use 30, and then I go to a 20-pound red label Seagar leader, and I tie that up. Let's see if you can get that reel a little better. I tie that up on an FG knot. I know that FG knot's a very hard knot to tie, but when you're throwing braid to floor on bait casters, it's almost a must to learn it. I do it a specific way. I'll try to get a video out of that eventually, and I actually have to give credit where credit's due to Ryan Hartman. He's the one who actually kind of explained to me how he does the FG knot, and that helped me really learn how to do it. I've gotten a lot better at it since then. Still not very good at it, but definitely helps a lot. And that's really my swim jig setup. I throw a 1/4 ounce or 3/8 ounce swim jig all the time. And I really throw a couple different colors. I throw some type of bluegill color, green pumpkin blue or green pumpkin, with a little orange and blue in it. I throw a white, I throw black and blue, and then I throw a green pumpkin, but it's got a lot of blue in it. So it's more of a bluegill imitating, but it's a little brighter. And then I also throw a straight blue swim jig. That's actually a really good one, and can be really good in river systems, muddy water, and a lot of different situations. But those are really the swim jigs that I throw. I throw Venom swim jigs, and then I also make a few and then have a few people make some for me. So that's kind of what I do personally with swim jigs. It's one of my favorite ways to catch them. It's absolutely addicting, and I really enjoy it. And it's a really good bait in the spring when fish are getting up shallow, getting around shallow cover, getting ready to get on beds, or even post-spawn, pre-spawn. Really probably wait water temperature wise until you're into the 50s probably to throw a swim jig. But that's really my setup. It's really simple. I throw braid to fluoro on a swim jig just because I think your hookup ratio is better. And you can get fish out of really heavy cover, things like that. So I really like that setup. I know some guys throw straight fluorocarbon, some guys throw straight braid. I will throw straight braid if I'm fishing really heavy cover, but 99% of the time I'm throwing braid to fluoro. Gets the job done everywhere I've been. Now if I went to Florida, I would throw braid, straight braid, but around here, and most of the places I fish around here in the Midwest, braid to fluoro gets the job done every time, and I have no issues, and I really like it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about my swim jig setup, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will answer your comment the best I can. I appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe, and if you don't mind, please share the video and tell your friends about my page. It's greatly appreciated. Have a good one, and I hope you guys are catching them.